Welcome to Friday Fuel for March 15th, 2024. Not a lot of announcements today because spring break is about to begin. We are leaving on our mission trip for Little Grassy Camp in the Carbondale area on Sunday, and we'll return next Wednesday. And we will not have Sunday supper again until the 31st, which is Easter. So you can join us for worship on the Wednesday that we return from spring break, and then Sunday supper on Easter. So anyway, as I was thinking about what to share with you today, I was thinking about, I just recently had a friend share that she was looking at this book, and I thought it looked interesting. So I ordered it as well. It's called Holy Hell, A Case Against Eternal Damnation. Always an interesting topic. To be honest, I've only read the acknowledgments and started the first chapter. But he begins, it's Derek Kubelis, and he begins by saying, one of the themes of this book is that on some level we are connected. I believe that God created human life as a kind of web, whereby we are all tied to one another in some way, both in this life and in the hereafter. That means there is nothing we do, nothing we make, and nothing we accomplish all by ourselves. Which is not the way you normally expect a book to begin, especially because that's his introduction to how he's going to acknowledge the people that have helped make this book possible. But I think that's a really cool way to begin. And also a very just insightful statement. If we're going to talk about hell and eternal damnation, we often don't talk about it in terms of how we're all connected and how that relates to everyone. So that also got me to thinking about in Paul's letter to the Corinthians, where he reminds the church that they are the body of Christ and that each part in the body matters, and you can't say that you don't need any one part of the body, but all are important and all serve a certain function. And I think one thing that's sort of distressing in the church today, when we think about the way people think about hell, but also just in the church in general, is the sense that we have that we just don't need people that we disagree with. That's probably a symptom or an outcome, maybe, of the political and cultural climate in the United States, that it's just easier to be without people who disagree with us. And I fall into that temptation sometimes myself, in the way that I kind of curate who sees my social media posts and that sort of thing. But within the church, we're supposed to remember that we need each other. And often in the church, especially in the United Methodist Church, it seems like we've had this conversation in the last 5 years, really, before that, but more specifically in the last 5 years, about which parts of the church we don't really need anymore. And it seems like people are deciding we don't need people who believe this, we don't need people who believe that. And it strikes me as odd when Paul says, you are the body and the body has to work together. So that's a challenge for us as the church. I mean, it has been a challenge for the church. The church has always been, since the Reformation at least, splitting into more and more different groups, because we want to try to do it ourselves, but we need each other. And so, as we head into this spring break, I'm excited that there's going to be a group of 6 of us going, and being involved in different communities and helping others and also learning from others, because we all need each other. And I hope as we move into the last bit of our semester, I've lost track of what week we're on. Maybe we are on week 10? So we just have a few more weeks to go. Anyway, 5, 6. You need others. We all need each other. We're all part of Christ's body together when we're in the church and even in the world. We need others. We are all connected. So keep that in mind. Let that challenge you. I'll be reflecting on that and being challenged by that throughout this next week as well. Thinking about how I see the stranger, the person that I don't know, and also how I see and love and behave toward people that I do know that maybe I disagree with. So that's our challenge as Christians and as the body of Christ. And so I offer that to you as we move into spring break. I'll see you back here in 2 weeks for another Friday Fuel. Bye!